Okay, I'd like to call this meeting of the Springfield Planning Board to session. Bill, if you would do the roll call, please.
Mr. Cunningham,
Here.
Mr. Minio,
Here.
Mr. Daniele,
Here.
Ms. Moran,
Here.
Ms. DiFilippo,
Here.
Mr. Florian,
Here.
Ms. McQuaid,
Here.
Ms. Choi is absent, so we do have a quorum.
Okay, thank you. There are no minutes, so could we have the first item that was continued from last hearing?
Yeah, under public hearings, dimensional special permit for 30 Victoria Lane. It was a request for a reduction in the side yard setback. Petitioner Lillian and Christian Rodriguez. Just so the board knows, I have not received any additional comments from the abutters. So as was pointed out last time, this is they're requesting a side yard exemption from the zoning ordinance for an addition to their current home. I don't know if there's any questions. I think we do have folks here for that petition if there's any questions, but if not.
Do I have a motion?
I make a motion to
Close the
approve.
hearing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We have to close the hearing.
Okay,
Motion to close the hearing.
Thank you.
Second.
Leo. Thank you. All those in favor of closing the hearing?
aye.
Aye.
Do you want to roll call, Phil?
I probably should. Voting to close the public hearing, Mr. Cunningham,
Yes.
Mr. Minio,
Yes.
Mr. Daniele,
Yes.
Ms. Moran,
Yes.
Ms. DiFilippo,
Yes.
Mr. Florian,
Yes.
Ms. McQuaid,
Yes.
Ms. Choi is absent.
Okay, I will accept a motion regarding this petition, and if you want, I'll read the recommended conditions and approved criteria if you don't want to.
I move to approve it. I've got the conditions and stuff here, so I'm fine with reading them.
Thank you.
I second.
I got to read the conditions. I move to approve with the following conditions. The special permit is granted to this petitioner only. The special permit for a dimensional variation is granted solely for the reduction of the side yard setback by no more than 3.5 feet at the property known as 30 Victoria Marie Lane. 3, the use shall be developed in accordance to the attached site plans and elevations with the addition of condition 4. 4, all required building permits shall be obtained prior to the start of any construction. 5, compliance with these conditions as well as any and all zoning regulation is required. Failure to comply may result in denial of the issuance of a building permit and/or occupancy permit, revocation of any permits issued and/or enforcement by the Code Enforcement Department, punishable by fines up to $200 a day for each day a violation exists. Approval criteria. The proposed use will comply with the zoning ordinance with the exception of the proposed dimensional variation. 2, the proposed use with the dimensional variation will not have significant negative impacts on the neighborhood. 3, in making this finding, the planning board and its staff recommend considering the following types of potential impacts of the proposed dimensional variation. Impacts on traffic and parking, impacts on municipal services, including emergency access and public safety, impacts on neighborhood character, including environmental and visual features, impacts on neighborhood congestion, increase in scale of development relative to nearby lots and buildings, and last, increase in shadowing or abutting lots and buildings.
Thank you. Luca, second the motion. Phil, if you do roll call vote, please.
Voting to approve the special permit with conditions, Mr. Cunningham,
Yes.
Mr. Minio,
Yes.
Mr. Daniele,
Yes.
Ms. Moran,
Yes.
Ms. DiFilippo,
Yes.
Mr. Florian,
Yes.
Ms. McQuaid,
Yes.
Ms. Choi is absent. Motion approved.
Explain one more time.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Aye.
Under the next item for continued public hearing is the preliminary subdivision for Whispering Brooks Estate. As I sent out to the board earlier this week, the revised plans were planned to be submitted to the board for this meeting, but unfortunately, we did not receive those until late last week. So the Department of Public Works nor my department was able to review those in time. So the developer is requesting an extension or a continuance of this item until the November 18th hearing. So hopefully we'll be all set to go then.
Are there any questions from the board? If not, I will accept a motion to continue the hearing.
Make
I'll
a motion to continue.
Go ahead.
Make a motion to continue the hearing.
Thank you, Luca. Is there a second?
Second. Second.
Thank you, Rico.
Thank
Phil,
you.
do you want to do roll call?
Yeah, please. Voting to continue the preliminary subdivision, Mr. Cunningham,
Yes.
Mr. Minio,
Yes.
Mr. Daniele,
Yes.
Ms. Moran,
Yes.
Ms. DiFilippo,
Yes.
Mr. Florian,
Yes.
Ms. McQuaid,
yes,
Ms. Choi is absent. So this item will be continued until the November 18th hearing.
All right, thank you. Next,
Yeah, as the board's aware, I sent you out last week proposed amendment to the zoning ordinance. This is to create an overlay district in the downtown. Basically, as I kind of indicated, the purpose of this particular kind of revision to the zoning ordinance is really to kind of enhance some of the, with office and housing and retail, restaurant and entertainment uses that specifically are adjacent to the casino overlay district that was created back, obviously, when the casino was constructed. As I'm sure you're aware, a number of properties along Main Street continue to be vacant. The goal of the casino, obviously, and this was kind of thought up at the beginning of it and incorporated into the host community agreement, is we certainly wanted to get the casino as an economic development driver, but also to kind of help that push along some of the development along Main Street and throughout some of the buildings around that. And that hasn't necessarily happened for a number of reasons. Again, particularly the buildings directly across from the casino remain vacant. A number of them have gone into foreclosure. So the zoning ordinance is part of a larger economic development plan. The zoning ordinance specifically would be an overlay district for an area within which I think I've submitted you the map, which would incorporate a number of properties around the casino. It both kind of helps the businesses there by expediting what the zoning ordinance classifies as encouraged uses, such as restaurants, retail, stuff that's going to add to the vitality of downtown. It also adds kind of a layer of additional review for uses that aren't considered encouraged uses. They're not specifically prohibited. They would just trigger further reviews either through a planning board site plan review or through a special permit from the city council. So again, this is only a piece of the larger economic development plan that the Chief Development Officer, Tim Sheen, is moving forward with. Part of that economic development plan would be to look at incentives, because a number of these older buildings, it costs a lot of money to rehab these and get them up to code for new uses. So in order to help kind of spur this development along, we're going to hopefully implement the zoning ordinance and then the full plan, which is going to come with hopefully some incentive money. They're looking at different avenues. Obviously, the casino has economic development money that's put into the state fund, which we're hoping to be able to utilize for some of these buildings. So it's kind of a larger piece, and this is just one slice of it. So the document I sent out to you, we're still kind of continuing to tweak. The majority of the document's going to remain the same, but we're just kind of making sure we've got the language correct. as with any document, I don't think we're gonna get it right the first time. We're gonna probably have to come back and make amendments to see, if it's working or if it's not working, or if there's certain tweaks we're gonna have to make. But the goal is to have this get to the city council by the end of January. And in order to do that is the first step is obviously the planning board. So I'm hoping with this being petition, we would be able to get this back to you for the December 2nd planning board hearing. So again, I will finalize the document and send that out to you. And then we can move forward. But I was just hoping to at least get a kind of a vote to at least move forward with the proposed amendments. And again, voting for the petition does not mean in any way, shape, or form that you have to vote for the amendment. It just allows me to move forward with the petition and advertise the document once it's finalized. If anybody has any questions, I'll more than happy to answer.
Did you say December 2nd?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
That's my goal, is to have that ready, because the deadline for that meeting, because the deadline for the November meeting had already passed. So the earliest I'd be able to get this back to you would be December. And then hopefully that would get to the city council at their first meeting at the end of January, along with the full economic development plan as well.
Phil, what would the motion have to read? A
Just
motion,
that the motion to approve the petition for the I think it's called the Main Street and Convention Overlay District.
I'll make, oh,
I had a question.
Yes.
I was looking at the map, and over on Harrison Ave, there's this block that's not colored in, it's white. Are you looking at the map?
I'm going to bring it up here.
Okay.
If I can get my computer to work.
is it the parking lot?
I was wondering if that was the parking lot.
That's the parking lot.
Well, that's what I was wondering. So is it being omitted? Is the parking garage being omitted from this plan?
No. The parking garage would be everything outlined in blue is the overlay district. Oops, hold on. I brought up the wrong.
I think the parking lot's included. It's just white because it's already a stand, like there's the parking lot's there. It's like a building.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure why the parking lot is white, but everything within that blue line, everything inside and that
Okay.
blue shading it would be in the district.
Okay.
I wanted a better map. This was the only one he sent me. I'm not exactly sure why he highlighted the things he did in this, because the green blotches are just the parks, which really wouldn't be part of this. And I'm not but yeah, so the outline in blue is where the proposed district would be.
And so the bank falls within that.
Yes.
Okay.
And again, I just to stress, as with every zone change, all the existing uses in this underlying overlay district are not affected by this. It does not make anything non-conforming. This is similar to as I noted, to the kind of the X overlay district is really one of the few overlay districts we have. An overlay district, it really is a tool that lays on top of the existing zoning, and you can either relax the zoning within that district, or you can tighten zoning. In the casino overlay district, we kind of relaxed a number of the requirements under that to allow them to, build higher and larger buildings, whereas the X, though that particular district has stronger design control. So this is kind of a mix, which again is going to allow expedited projects, and then also projects that are not considered to be encouraged uses would require an additional level of review.
Okay, anyone else have any other questions or concerns? Hearing none, I'll accept a motion to,
I'll make a motion to move forward with a petition for the Main Street and Convention Overlay District.
thank you, Jennifer.
a
Second.
second.
Second to the motion, Phil, if you do roll call.
Yeah, voting in favor to petition the Main Street and Convention Overlay District, Mr. Cunningham,
Yes.
Mr. Minio,
Yes.
Mr. Daniele,
Yes,
Ms. Moran,
Yes.
Ms. DiFilippo,
Yes,
Mr. Florian,
Yes.
Ms. McQuaid,
Yes.
Ms. Choi is absent. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Just quickly, I just have one, I'm just going to bring this up real quick here. One, let me just make sure.
Subdivision,
Yes.
non-sub.
I just need to open it. Hold on one sec. I apologize. Okay, let me see if I can work this. Everybody see that?
Yep.
Yes,
So this is a plan. It is related to the proposed subdivision that's going to take place. These are two existing, if you can see my cursor here, let me see if I can. These are two existing homes along Allen Street. This is currently the entrance to that larger parcel in the back, which is proposed to be redeveloped into housing. So what
Okay.
they're doing is just cutting off an additional building lot here, kind of reconfiguring these two lots and also creating this parcel D in the back, which is a little odd. And I had to actually go back to the developer because they were creating kind of a landlocked, well, not landlocked, but a parcel that did not technically meet the zoning ordinance because it only has 7 feet of frontage. But there is a note. They revised the plan, and ultimately this parcel is going to be incorporated into the larger subdivision development when and if that gets approved. So I had an issue when it first came in, but with that note that it is going to be combined with the larger parcel in the back, my concerns were resolved. So again, this is not to do really with anything with the subdivision. It's just reconfiguring the lots that are currently there.
okay.
This
So-
is the Juliet Street one?
What was that?
The Juliet Street, is that it? The one
No,
on,
this is I'm sorry, this is Allen Street.
Allen Street.
It's right to the east of the Stop and Shop Plaza there. Right behind Stop and Shop is a very large parcel that's been vacant for a number of years that is now
Yeah,
being
okay.
proposed to be redeveloped.
gotcha.
So this is you're getting to the end of Allen Street here and heading into
East one.
East Long Meadow.
Okay.
Okay. I'll move to approve.
Second.
Second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. I'll accept
Okay,
it.
so that's it. We do, on the 18th, I do have a couple of items, including the DeBerry School is coming in for a site plan review. So if you could mark your calendars on that. It's similar to the review we did for the over on Plainfield Street. I can't remember the name of that school, but they're kind of combining Homer and DeBerry into one school.
Right.
Where DeBerry is now. So other
Okay,
than that, I don't have anything else.
motion to adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
See you in 2 weeks, everyone.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
night.
Have a good night, everybody.
Thank you.
Good night. Thank you.